Greetings to all. I am Anita Pandey, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Fatima College, Madurai. Today's topic is Washington Conference. The Washington Naval Conference, also known as the Washington Conference, Limitation of Armaments, held from November 1921 to February 1922 in Washington, and it was a significant diplomatic meeting aimed at addressing naval armament limitation and the prevention of the naval arms race following World War I. And the background situation leading to the conference was shaped by several key factors. The first and foremost is post-war economic and political context. After the First World War, the devastating impact of the First World War on the global economy and the political landscape created an atmosphere of fearfulness about further conflict. Many nations were eager to avoid another catastrophic war and sought ways to prevent the escalation of militarization. Second one is growing naval arms race. Naval competition between the countries is also one of the factors for the conference. And third one is US interest and their role. Fourth one is British economic concerns. And the introduction of the conference is the conference started on the initiative of USA, which invited Britain, France, Germany, Japan, China, Holland, Belgium, and Portugal. These powers met at Washington on 12 November 1921, and the conference lasted up to February 6, 1922. The objective of the conference is, first one is naval disarmament. The primary aim was to address the naval arms race to limit the naval construction to prevent future military conflict. And the second objective of the conference is stability in the Pacific. The conference sought to ensure stability in the Pacific region, particularly concerning and the second objective of the conference is stability in the Pacific. The conference sought to ensure stability in the Pacific region, particularly concerning America's interest in Asia and Japan's ambitions. Third objective is China and the open door. The conference also addressed issues related to the sovereignty of China and interest of foreign powers in the region. The Nine-Power Treaty affirmed the respect for China's territorial integrity and the maintenance of the open door policy. Causes for convening the conference. The first important cause for convening the conference was the desire of USA to check Japan's increasing power. And the second cause is America-Japanese alliance version. And third cause is treatment of China. Because of this, they signed the treaty, and what are all these treaties they have signed is now. First one is the Four-Power Treaty. Who are all the parties of the treaty is Britain, USA, Japan, and France. And they aimed to secure peace in the Pacific by allowing the signatories to consult one another in the event of a crisis. Second treaty is a Five-Power Treaty. This was a naval treaty signed by Britain, USA, Japan, France, and Italy. By this treaty ratio for the tonnage of capital ships was fixed, and Japan agreed to lower naval ratio on certain conditions. The result was that now USA and England were safe from naval attacks. And the other important treaty is a Nine-Power Treaty. It was signed by all the 9 powers which were attending the conference. It was provided by the treaty that all powers will respect the Republic of China and will respect its political and administrative sovereignty. China agreed to provide equal trade facilities to all powers to the treaty. China will not give any part of her country to any power on leasehold basis. No power will try to increase her area of influence in China, and the neutrality of China will be respected whosoever she decided to remain neutral in any war. All disputes in the Pacific Ocean and Far East will be settled by peaceful means. Present obligations of China will be clearly defined and fixed. Treaty between China and Japan. Leasehold territory of Shantung will be returned to China. China will protect all the property of Japan added by her during the occupation of the territory. All German property wherein the territory was given to China. It was decided that Japan's armies in Shantung will retreat with 6 months. What are all the achievements of the conference is? It put a halt to the Anglo-American Japanese naval race with the result that steps were taken for ensuring peace in the Pacific area. Since wrongs were done to China were somewhat rectified, therefore a climate for international justice was created. It was the first time that in many years after suffering and humiliation, China was treated as an equal power in an international conference for which she was completely published. Since China got back Shantung, therefore her grudges against Japan was considerably reduced. Powers at the Washington Conference have solemn promise for respecting the authority of government in that country, which helped in the maintaining stability in the country and in fact opened a new chapter in the history of that country. The powers to the conference agreed not to increase their area of influence, which was very important in so far as international climate and relations were concerned. USA assumed the role of a leader in the Far East. Next, the conclusion. The conference did not disturb the balance of the powers. England continued to remain loyal to Japan. China continued to remain hostile to Japan and USA, as well as Britain continued to follow the policy of keeping Japan with limits. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.